Welcome back, everybody. This is game number 3 of tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. I am Jorisar, and as you will see, we are very much not on Miramar anymore. We are on Vikendi. Going to be very interesting indeed. It's the only Vikendi we will be playing today, though. So let's go ahead and see what our teams are up to. 17 of some of the best teams in Europe, duking it out, getting some practice sessions in, and we are the lucky pups that get to spectate. Well, these folks do all of the hard work. So we have a 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock plane path. Most drop locations should be relatively chill. Not too much in the way of controversy at the moment, although this could be for a vehicle. Like Legacy and a Bet Boom. I should be able to get a car each, to be fair. It does look like it. Bet Boom would have wanted both cars. It looks like they will only get the one. Riven should be able to pick up BL as well. And they have to wait for Kizera before they can all hop in vehicles of their own, which is completely fair enough. And it looks like everybody is safe. Let's take a look now at where the zone is going to be moving. Fairly central this time around, so both Miramar circles were accelerated to a degree. Vikendi is going to be going north of center. Nobody really having to deal too much with the repercussions of that Bet Boom. They're going to take a little while to loot Kranich, and then they'll have a long rotation back up, so don't expect them to be one of the first to rotate in. Extremely early rotation from Stardust. I don't think the circle demands it. I think this is more of an opportunistic land grab than anything else. Decent compounds to loot anyway. They might even be able to get something super central a little later on. Who else are already in vehicles and moving? It's kind of just them at the moment. No Tagger going Cosmodrome. Twisted Minds are super happy they're playing Edge. Na'Vi on the complete opposite side of the circle, doing the same here. This isn't an early rotate into circle just yet for Bet Boom. Biestoloch taking a look. Seeing if he can get looted from this compound alone. Should be able to, I think. And after FaZe Clan loot Naros, there's a good chance they're going to want to get out of the city to a smaller, easily defensible compound within the circle as well. They probably don't want to commit to being inside a large populated area. City's very easy to get into, very difficult to get out of, especially in the late game. PUBG can be extremely unforgiving like that. So how's everyone doing? How was your weekend? If you're in the UK, how is your long weekend? Of course, technically, today is still part of your weekend. It's been pretty good fun so far. Today's Miramar games have been very exciting, that's for sure. This start on Vikendi is very chill in comparison. Again, a byproduct of a circle where actually, for example, if Ascent don't want to go straight in, they have the option of going all the way around north. Bumble can choose to go all the way around north. Some of these options weren't available on Miramar, and it made for earlier commits, made for more exciting commits as well. I believe one of the Twisted Minds cars has been spotted in the distance by Kamatas. Has he seen Batulins in the Batulin spot? Scouting ahead. Yes, he has. So we ask the rest of the team what we do. Batulins doesn't stay still, though. Or he did for a moment, but definitely behind the steel girder there. He's still staying still there. He's thinking about taking a shot. Think if we can get multiple people with a shot on, he will. Nope. Okay. Batulins hears someone moving close and decides, you know what? Now is probably a good time to get the hell out of Dodge. Does Batulins have a car here? Is he... What? I thought he had a car at the base of that. Oh, he did have a car at the base of that. He just... Oh, well, that's awkward. Pretty sure Foot Esports... Yeah, okay, nothing's gonna happen there. Had to abandon his car. Virtus Pro looking like they have traded with Stardust. It's Lucarux for 2. Oh no. But in addition to Esku being down, Metabay has gone down as well. What was unfortunate has become disastrous for Stardust now. Controls off in the distance, wondering what he could have done to help. I don't realistically think there's much here at all. FaZe Clan now almost suspiciously close to Para. That's because Para have got a most delightful room key here. Unfortunately, though, not a lot they can do to get out of it because FaZe Clan are up top. And I don't know to... Basically, these guys won't know to what extent other people are going to be crashing in for some time. One person that will know who's crashing in, though, is Perfectix. Now, Perfectix is very much in this game. All of a sudden are very aware that other people are here. And actually, the cavalry have arrived as well. If Perfectix can continue to hold this roof, it means that Ascend have to watch from multiple directions every time they want to do something. It's Chris. Gets a beautiful bit of damage done on Perfectix there. Really gets the knock. He gets the knock here. This is big, big trouble. Gets knocked by Mika's Molotov while he's healing in the stairwell. Manages to jump off the roof, though. That's crucial. And It's Chris is actually burning in the stairwell himself. Perfectix moving back towards the... Oh, that is such a good nade! It's Chris by the skin of his teeth. And example, actually, with the counter, Mika around the side manages to get his second kill. And Twisted Minds all of a sudden... They did all the right things, but Ascend are resilient. Perfectix has managed to get all the way back behind the house. Kill Yakai and Mika now. Oh, they've got an excellent angle on this. This is problematic. Headshot already. Lu goes down. That's a great frag grenade. Mika goes down. It's Kill Yakai. Perfectix can finish Kill Yakai here. This could be huge. Frag grenade getting cooked. It stays by the stairs. Still does damage, though. Perfectix needs to clutch this next kill. He has to. It's Chris already there. This is now a 1v3. Behind the car, and I think... Robert Peng knows he's there. That's Twisted Minds eliminated. That fight, honestly, could have gone either way. It was so back and forth. But can we take a moment to appreciate what Ascend have done here? All 4 of them are alive. They've killed all 4 of Twisted Minds. And they've got... Oh, all 4 of them are still up. It's great. This is a fantastic result for early game. Twisted Minds had the advantage at points of that fight. But only... it really was on a knife edge. Absolutely delightful stuff. Now we're at Bedroom, looking at Foot Esports. I think they'll be content with their 1 kill. A little bit of loot. Decides where the circle goes next. Entropic can see Foot Esports where they are as well. So they'll be able to get into this compound, but getting out of it will be challenging, to say the least. Let's see where phase 2 goes. It's a hard shift. It's an 8 o'clock hard shift as well. Ascender going to be fine with that. Haiku will probably need to center up very quickly, and Entropic have got an awful lot of room. There's almost no one on the north side of the circle, giving Bumble Squad a little bit of breathing room, because they did come from the west side earlier on, if I remember correctly. Let's see what the other rotates look like. Are FaZe recommitting to Naros? Now, they came out of Naros. Remember how we were saying earlier on, you don't really want to commit to cities if you don't have to. I still stand by that, but if anyone is going to commit to the city, at least make it the team that came out of it, so at least they know no one else is here. So if FaZe want to just take Naro and leave, and just stay here forever and a day, fine. Getting out of Naros later on, if there's a southern hard shift, could be tricky. But again, tricky's very different to impossible. Scoom getting his second kill of the game, managing to find a headshot onto No Tag. He's in a compound. The rest of No Tag aren't, and I don't know if they realize it's only Scoom, and they've actually got flanking positions. Arthur actually deciding he doesn't fancy his chances here, and all of a sudden, you know, if No Tag peek this and they spot Arthur, I'm not really sure what they're going to do, especially because Nixie really needed to win his fight on the west side. I wish I had another 5 seconds to explain that a little earlier on, but it is playing out exactly that way. Arthur's on about 1 HP. He's now knocked as well, and suddenly Scoom, he's cutting himself out as a lonely figure. They perhaps needed to regroup a little faster than they did. One peak at an unfortunate time, and they were very, very open there. No Tag took full advantage of that. There is no question. Now struggling, and Screams puts an end to that. Virtus Pro eliminated. Wow. Twisted Minds and Virtus Pro out early in our Vikendi game. So we've got the south side of the circle with a Blizzard for company. And Fairy Tail now slowly moving in from up north. Again, staying out of Naros, but wanting a decent bit of hard cover. Remember how No Tag did well to finish off the previous team? Well, as soon as one fight ends, another one starts. If anyone is within shouting distance of you. It looks like it's BBL here who want to take the opportunity. Explicit has been knocked. Is he in a resible position? If BBL back off, he's in a resible position. Iro wants it. Oh, Iro be thirsty. Gonna finish that off with the orb without even exiting the vehicle. And we're saying, where are your teammates? Does anyone actually want to fight here? No Tag deciding the answer is, nah, we're good for now. Frustrating considering they just came off the back of winning a fight, but No Tag have to lick their wounds and find a different way into circle. BBL opportunistic. They're up to 4 kills now with 3 members still alive. Another Western shift means that Naros is still in. FaZe Clan are going to be happy with that. Still 14 teams in this circle. We might be in a situation where the city's going to start getting shared at some point soon. Zubila is certainly taking a look at the possibility of veering in. He won't do it unless he has to. And he's not going to run into a team up north. So there's a good chance that Fairy Tail will not need to go to the north side of Naros. That boom could crash towards Haiku, who have got a drop tantalizingly close to them, the cluster drop. There isn't anyone there to receive them, not yet, which is a little bit unfortunate. I think Fairy Tail are going to make camp here. Why go into the city when you still have options? Melman and co. opting to create those options rather than exercise them too quickly. They also need to look out for other teams rotating via north as well. BBL will be joining them behind in just a second. So let's actually stay on Melman for a sec. BBL have been spotted. Are they going to go further? They're not. Oh, okay. Headshot says thank you very much. Melman actually wanting to get a little bit of a closer look. Don't want to overcommit to this now. Teammates, though, will be checking. Iroh knocks the helmet clean off. That off angle on the rock is delicious. Is Iroh going to push in again? They're getting in the car. They're doing this. BBL have realized that this could be problematic. Zubila, his location has been called. He's knocked. Gets instantly flushed. Now the rest of Fairy Tail are a little bit split. April is so close to these guys right now. Beautiful drive-by from Schiller. Only bright side left. Iroh and co are absolute maniacs. They're giving no quarter here at all. Did they see the flash? They did. Fairy Tail eliminated. BBL Esports are on an absolute mission. Schiller finally gets knocked towards the end. Fortunately, he wasn't playing anchor or anything like that. Oh, they're getting shot at from no tag as well. This isn't in the circle. They need to move. O'Connell shooting into the smoke from the blue. Doesn't look like no tag are going to get this one, but that was mighty, mighty close. And Global Army are trying to work out. This is fairly central, but how open is Jesus? Like, have we got... are we likely to be in Phase 5? Yes. But unless you're being massively aggressive, knocking everyone who peeks you one by one, like, what are you going to do here? They're so open. I'm so scared for them. I hope it works out. We'll keep an eye. Na'Vi continuing to play edge against BBL. Notice that unlike the other teams Na'Vi have chosen when they get these knocks, they're not immediately pushing in. The zone pressure isn't worth it. If something goes wrong, they die. Potential crash coming up now. Entropic have a lot of zone pressure behind them. A minute and a half to try and get a knock on Solo and then push in on this, I think. More demos. Brutal with the Dragunov at close range. Not much you can do against that. And the rest of Solo are actually quite split at the moment. Entropic push in. Reliant and Hicks have no choice but to run. I don't know where they're running to. I guess it's this house or bust, realistically. I think Janny will not get to them in time. He probably still thinks someone's up here. Reliance made it to the house. Hicks has made it behind this rock. Got a dip to play with as well. The whole of Entropic now own this part of the circle. Uh-oh. More circle pressure shenanigans. Haiku forced into a fight. Fedboom. And Hero will absolutely delete Phil first. Is that a silenced barrel? I heard. Oh no, that's gonna hurt. I think Mogor is done for. If there was someone right there, maybe, but it's so hard to predict these kind of things. FaZe Clan finally getting forced out of Naros. Schiller from BBL, the last surviving member of BBL, who have been on a tear this game. They're up to 9 kills total. The last non-phase member in Naros. They have to think of a way out now. And with Na'Vi gatekeeping like this, I'm just not sure it's possible. Haiku doing a little bit of a Hail Mary through the middle of the map, looking for a place to call home. I don't think this dip is it. Oh, but there's a shack. Not going for the shack, going for the rock instead. The rock has a little bit of a 360 view. Not a big fan of that. I'd rather go back to the shack. I think Griffiths is slowly agreeing with me as well. He wanted to know if he had... Oh! If he had options. Not anymore, you don't, unfortunately. Entropic still completely owning the southwestern quadrant of the circle. Nice insta-smoke onto Grendis there. There shouldn't be too much harm. FaZe Clan trying to eliminate Para so that they have a little bit more harder cover to work with. Coming out of Naros means that they have to do this now. There we go. 125 onto Laza. Para Esports eliminated into the top 10, but not before losing Gustav, who's very much playing rear gunner for this attack, unfortunately. It falling into the clutches of Na'Vi as a result. Na'Vi bunching up as well. This is very smart, just in case there are stragglers. They don't want to get an extra kill, but just leave a member of their squad dead as a result. If they get knocked, it's not a good look. Legacy eliminated by Fairis. They knew that there was someone else there. That should be finished now. That was an insta. Na'Vi know it. Oh, Griffiths. It's like deja vu. Crawl into the shed and get revived. Yeah, mate, you guys are not moving from there, okay? Everyone else can have a fight for a bit. That is a struggle bear position if I've ever seen one. James knocked in the blue, unfortunately. That's going to be it. Ascend will get credit for that by the looks of things. Up to 10 kills now, having a pretty decent game. They've got high ground, but have to give it up for phase 6. Oh! Bumble Squad are absolutely annihilating Na'Vi right now. I think Deep and Madzi must have just been missed as Na'Vi went further into zone. And the two of them combined take out 3. I don't actually know how many of those points they're going to get. Madzi's got 1. Looks like other teams have gotten those points. Diffx has no smokes. 5 frag grenades is all well and good. It's very little if you can't actually get to within throwing distance to begin with. Porky and Entropic now trying to finish off Team Solo. Hicks is the last player alive. Gets Janny. This is problematic now. Finished. Finally gets traded out. They had to do that. The question is, he just closed the door with the big hole in it. Yep. Dedrix and Janny both down. I don't know how gettable Janny is. An extra smoke actually might allow them to run out to Janny, or maybe use a vehicle. You need one more smoke there and for Janny to crawl towards the car. This is dangerous indeed. Anyone spotting this is a free point. There we go. Perfect. You're not going to chuck a smoke there. We'll chuck a car in the way instead. Ascend might still be able to see this, but they're busy looking at Bumble Squad right now. They are part of the final 4 teams. Let's see, is that visible? Not really. Not really. Okay, we're good to go. And drop it back up to 3. Haiku on 3. Bumble squad, a full 4. Ascend have got the full 4 squad up. Last 4 teams at the 25-minute mark here on Vikendi. Game number 3 of tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. For those of you just tuning in, Haiku have... Well, I'm impressed they're still shooting, if I'm honest. There's not much you can do when you're in that shack, unfortunately. I think they were out of options when they ran in there. And to their credit, they're alive and they're getting more placement points because of where they are. They're in Phase 7 as well. This is about to get unreal. Entropic and Haiku have got the only hard cover for Phase 7. This might make Ascend go over the lip of this ridge and try and flush out Haiku. But in order to do that, they come under fire from Bumble. They come under fire from Entropic. Mbappé now knocked again. I think that's a 3rd knock this game. But the insta-res coming out as well. Who moves last? I think Deep and Madsy might have to move slightly before Ascend Team do. I'm not sure how much consolation that's going to be at this point. Ascend on 13 kills this game. They are racking up some solid points. Here come the nades. Here we go. Good initial nade. If they want to use the cars, they're going to have to do it now. The Zima is on fire and about to blow, as is the Flippy. Oh, we'll call it the coupe if you want. Oh my god. Hero is getting baked alive here, but a man with a crucial response. And 2 more go down. A man gets Mbappé. It's Chris down 2. It's up to Kill Yakai. Kill Yakai on the left. Finds a man that was absolutely crucial. Only him left alive. Oh my god, they're next to each other. This is unreal. Ring around the rosy. Haiku survive. Ascend team are eliminated. They have a ridiculous number of kills. But Haiku still have their shack, or do they? Hero knocked. Madsy not wanting them to go back in. He's making a compelling argument. 1 molly, 2 molly. And Griffith getting shot from elsewhere. I think Entropic could be the end of them, and they are. Haiku eliminated in 3rd place. Very well played. It's now Entropic versus Bumble Squad. Hawkey and Tusta have traded against each other. Crossberg and Deep. They've got the angles right. I actually think... Who was that on top? I think Janny was the one doing the damage there that Bumble Squad might not have spotted quite as readily. Can Madsy repay the favor? He does, but he gets Janny down to 10 HP. He needed the knock there in order for Bumble Squad to have any chance of moving in. Lovely blue zone nade there. Keeps Tusta down. He was being revived. He managed to get up and he went back down again. And that's not a Chumbawamba reference. That is just what happened. An extra smoke from the grenade launcher, the M79 even, should allow this revive to happen. Entropic down to 2. Bumble getting back up to a full 4. Entropic may want to try and be a little bit more aggressive, because I feel like that's the highest percentage chance of them winning this game. Unfortunately, now that the revive has come in, I'm no longer certain. I feel like this was a 20 seconds ago kind of territory. Janny from the roof getting a double will be the dream at this point. Oh no. The tree's branches catch the Molotov, but not the second one is good. Oh, right in the middle of them. I thought the second one was brilliant. And now the blue zone might end up doing most of the work for them. Tusta has got Madsy behind, knowing that they can't actually peek over the ridge without Madsy getting some delicious hits on them. So all he has to do is wait for the blue zone to do its work. 10 seconds before phase 8 moves in. Tropic becoming increasingly desperate, getting some damage taken from them now. Smokes out everywhere. We do not have lethals from Tusta. An underarm frag would be delightful right now, but that's not going to be a thing. More utility coming out. Not sure exactly where Tropic are within the smokes. They're playing this carefully. They have zone. Here comes phase 9. Tusta in the firing line. Dedrick's 10 HP, not much he can do there. Following it up with the double, are we? Yes, we are! And Tusta gets the double at the very end. Bumble Squad taking home the chicken dinner on Vikendi with 8 kills. And Tropic, though, in second place. Not their first podium of the evening. They're racking up some serious points as well.